Welcome, guys. Welcome to YinYangTK. Finally back here in my lovely home in Los Angeles. Had a wonderful weekend this past, in which I was in the Pokemon World Championships. But that's not what I'm here for. We're going to be talking about mostly about this surprise Nintendo Direct, in which they're going to be talking about the preview and pretty soon the date of the grand opening of the Nintendo Museum that is going to be happening pretty soon. So I'm excited. I've seen already a little bit of the designs from the outside, but I'm more curious to see what's the inside. Like, what type of things are we going to see? Are we going to see probably how Nintendo was founded, with the art cards and a lot of, Nintendo trivia, where it all started, in which they maybe talk about how the video game crash that happened in the 80s kind of influenced Nintendo to throw their gauntlet to the video game industry. And ever since then, ever since they came up with the Famicom, later here in the States, call it the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, the rest is history, right? So again, guys, if you're first time, in this channel, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. We're going to be analyzing everything that is going on with this, I would say, presentation of the preview that we're seeing of the Nintendo Museum. And that's going to be probably one of my bucket lists in what I'm going to do. And also, let me adjust myself. And it looks really, really good. Like, I am excited about it. It looks and sounds just amazing. I don't know what else to say besides just the anticipation is killing everybody. And I know for sure that a lot of people that are going to go to the Nintendo, museum, uh, it's gonna be just like a celebration. I can just imagine, uh, you know, what is what's going to happen in Kyoto of all places. So that's where the Nintendo Museum is going to be located, in the city of Kyoto in Japan. So it will not be in Tokyo, it will be in Kyoto. And I think they're just finishing up, like, probably like the finishing touches. So we get to see the inside look of how it looks inside, right? So what's and it says that it's going to be scheduled to open later this fall of 2024. So if we're talking about fall, it looks like it could happen either around September, October, and probably the latest maybe November. If we're looking at that, but they can even push it up to December if you know we've seen Nintendo do it before many times. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I can't wait to kind of get like the nuance and see exactly, what is going on with this Nintendo Direct. It was just so like, it just came out of nowhere. At the time when I got a notification on my phone, I was in Hawaii. I was taking part in the Pokemon World Championships, talking to people about Pokemon. You can already see like my Pikachu hat with me. A lot of people were like giving me compliments on that, and also, building new friendships. And since it was my very first Pokemon World Championship, I was just excited. It was just like all of my emotions and neurons on the brain, just literally fireworks going on, kind of like an anime type of thing. It was just overwhelming, but in a good way, right? I think the only thing that kind of slowed me down was just the probably like the sun and the heat. And that's basically normal. So we're almost gonna get started. It's already gonna be 3 o'clock. That's gonna be the time where we're gonna get a little bit more information of the Nintendo Museum. They said that 3 o'clock at Pacific time. That is going to be the the indicator right there. So we're going to be seeing exactly what is going to be going on with the Nintendo um, presentation, the live stream. So we're already hitting the 3 o'clock mark by my calculation. So it should be starting anytime soon right now. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it looks like. And if all is good, I might be going to that place next year because I am planning a trip to Japan. Hopefully, if everything falls into place, it should be happening next year. And I'll let you guys know exactly when it's going to be. And I might even do a live stream if they allow me to. Because, it's different customs over there in Japan. And,
皆さん、こんにちは。宮本です。今回はオープンに向けて準備中の任天堂ミュージアムからお届けします。私は
right.
今、ミュージアムの
I'm
入り
standing
口
in
の
the
レセプション
museum's
エリアに
main
います。
entrance. All
建
right,
物の外
awesome.
観は
Here's
こん
what it
な感
looks
じ
like
に
from
なっ
the
ていま
outside. We've
す。
seen that. All right, cool. Yes.
もともとこの場所に
It's
は
built on the
トランプや
site of
花
the
札を作ってき
original
た任天
factory
堂の
where
工場があ
Nintendo
っ
made
て、
Hanafuda
ファミコン
cards.
の頃は
Yes.
製品チェックをし
Quality
た
checks
り、私
happening
もよく通
here.
っていた懐かしい場所で
So
す。
it has history on
たく
there
さ
in
んのトラック
Kyoto,
が出入りした広場は
filled with
マリオ
trucks
の広
and
場に
turned
生
them
まれ
into
変
a
わりまし
Mario
た。
themed plaza. That's freaking awesome. You see
そして
like
こ
the
の度、
pipes.
長年
The
任
whole
天堂
site
製品に関わって
has
きた
so
この
much
場所
history
を
with
ミュ
Nintendo
ージアムとして
products,
再
and now
生
it's
しま
been
した。
transformed into a
今日
museum.
は任天
Yeah,
堂
it's
ミュー
been
ジアムが
about
どのよ
time.
う
I
なと
think
こ
it
ろな
is
の
time
か
for a
を
museum.
駆け足でご紹介したいと思います。
All right,
そ
so
れで
we're gonna
は
have a little
中へどうぞ。
introduction. All right, we get to see a little tour right now. Oh, look at that. You got the Switch, you got the Game Boy. I think I saw a SNES controller. Oh, that looks awesome. You see the
はい、
Famicom
ここは2階の展示フロアです。
and also the NES
2
controller,
階
the
は任
64
天堂が
controller.
創業以来発
It's
売して
been
き
products
たさま
Nintendo
ざま
has
な製品
released
を展
since
示
it
してい
was
ます。
founded. Yeah, you got the
ぐ
DS.
るーっと見渡す
That
と、
looks so
ビデオ
freaking
ゲーム機を
awesome.
中心に過
You'll
去か
find
ら
different
現在に至る
products
までの
from the
さまざまな
past,
製品が見渡せます。
mainly focus on the video games, of course. Look at
こ
that,
こ
like
か
the
ら
Super
は大き
Famicom
なコント
controller,
ロー
I
ラーが目
called
に
it.
入
And
り
then
ま
you
す。
see the Nintendo 64 controller.
皆
Yes.
さんの興味があるものを自由にご覧くだ
Like
さい。
everything is just gonna be
それ
just
ぞれのハード
overload
に
for
分
me.
けた展
Like
示と合わせ
I'm not
て、
even
我
kidding.
々
It's
の
gonna be
独
cool.
創性とチャレンジをご
Just
覧
look
になれま
how
す。
this is like a video game
ご存知の方も
Nintendo
多いと思います
fans
が、
dream
任天
right
堂
there.
はビ
Like
デ
if
オ
we
ゲー
would
ムを
have
作
that
るず
setup.
っと以前から家庭の遊びを作ってきました。
So home
創業
entertainment. So
は
the
今か
company
ら
was founded
135年前の
135 years ago, the
1889
year
年です。
1889.
はじめは
Wow.
花札やカル
Back
タの製
then,
造が主な
main
事業で
focus
した。
was the Hanafuda and Karafuda
そ
playing
れ以来任
cards.
天堂はさまざま
Went on
な
to
遊びを
create
生む玩
toys
具
that
を作るように
encourage
なり、
various kinds
そ
of
れら
play,
がゲームウォ
eventually
ッチや
leading to the
フ
Game
ァミ
and
コンへ
Watch
とつ
and
ながってきま
Famicom.
した。
That is right. The
こ
the
こで
Game and
は
Watch was like
そ
the
のような
first
昔の製
to
品も振り返
begin
ってご
the
覧いただきます。
video game
それでは
kind
ど
of
んな展示に
destiny
な
of
っている
Nintendo.
か少しだけ
So
見
we're
てみ
gonna
ま
look
しょ
at
う。
some of the exhibits right now.
こちらはファ
So
ミ
this
コ
is
ンの
the
展示コーナー
Famicom
です。
exhibit,
ご
yes,
覧く
of
ださい。
course. So you see the Famicom
日
right
本向
there,
けと
and then
海
the
外向けで
NES.
ハードのデザイン
So
が
you have
大
the
きく違います
Japanese
ね。
model, and then you also
当時
have the
はこんな風
westernized
に
model.
日本と
So
海
you're
外で
seeing
デ
like
ザイ
the
ンを変えて
American
売っていた
model.
んです。
That 100% sure that should be the
名
American
前も
model.
違っていて、ファミコンは日本以外で
Outside of
は
Japan, the
任
Famicom
天
was
堂エ
called
ンター
the
テインメントシステム、
Nintendo
略
Entertainment
して
System.
NES と呼ばれていまし
Yes,
た。
I actually have mine. I have it
そ
right
し
in the
てこ
box.
ちらは
And then
ソフ
you
ト
see
です。
some Donkey Kong. So
日
you're
本向
seeing
け、
both
北米
of
向
the
け、
versions.
ヨー
You
ロッパ
have
向け
the
で
both
パッケージのデザイ
the
ンや大きさも違い
Japanese,
ますね。
American, and European version. So you see
こ
like
の
the
ように
different
比
size
べ
of
て
the
みるこ
cards.
とでい
And
ろ
if you
んな
look
ことを発
closely, you
見
can
していただ
compare
け
the
る展示
connections
になって
between
いま
all
す。
sorts of things in the exhibit. Yeah, so that looks pretty
ミ
cool.
ュージアムには任天堂が発
Games
売し
that
た
Nintendo
全てのタ
published
イト
are
ルを
on
展示してい
display.
ますから、皆さん
Yes.
が遊ばれたタイトルを
And some
見
of
て
them
くだ
you
さい。
might see there's some rare games
上
there.
のモニター
Most
で
notably,
はそ
so
れ
they
ぞれの
actually
ゲー
have
ム画
like the
面も見
old
られるように
TVs.
なっていま
They
す。
might be old TVs.
前に立つとそれぞれの
Oh
音が
no,
聞
they're
こえ
not
る
old
スピーカー
TVs.
にな
So
っていま
they're
すよ。
kind of like displaying what games came out during
で
that
は
time. Okay,
別
cool.
の展示コーナーもいく
All
つ
right,
か
so we're
覗いて
gonna
みまし
focus
ょ
on
う。
some other exhibits.
このコーナーで
Oh,
は
so this is
体
like the
を動かす
evolution
モーションを
products
使った
playing by
遊びの
moving your
進化を
body.
見ていただけま
So
す。
we kind of have like, the pad.
そしてここではハ
Okay.
テナブロックのデザインがどの
The
ように進
designer
化してき
block,
たか
right?
を見
Man,
ていただくこ
something
とがで
just
きま
so
す。
simple has become like an absolute icon of
このコー
assembly.
ナーではそれぞれのハードのたび
You
に
can
ス
see
ー
how the
パー
game
マリオ
graphics
や
of
ゼ
Super
ルダの
Mario
伝
Legend of
説など
Zelda
の
has
画面の進化を
probably
一気
evolved in
に
the
ご
series.
覧
That's
になれま
actually
す。
pretty cool. So you see that. So each one you see like the different console, you
さ
see the
て、こちら
icon.
のコーナーでは、多くの皆さんが知らない任天堂がビデオゲームを
So
作
this
る
is
前の
before
時
they
代
would
の
make
製
video
品を
games.
展示して
So
いま
some
す。
of them are unfamiliar to you.
これ
Okay.
はコピラスといって、
Copy
ジアゾ式
machine.
のコピー機です。
Okay. Hmm.
さあ、こちらにはママベリカ、
A baby
ベビー
stroller.
カーがあります
You can
ね。
make baby strollers? Hmm.
任天堂はトランプや
Started
花
with
札に始まり、
Hanafuda and other
ボードゲ
playing
ーム
cards. So
や
they did
ラジコン
chess,
カー、 バッ
They
ティング
did
マシンなど、
checkers,
いろいろなファミリー
RC
向けの玩
cars,
具を
and
作っ
other
ていました。
family-friendly toys. Oh, they even played
そ
Go.
してこの光
The
線銃
light
が一
gun
つ
was
の
a
転機とな
turning
り、
point. Yeah.
ゲームセンターなどのゲー
We
ム機を
began
作り始
making
めたんで
gaming
すね。
devices for arcades. Yeah,
これ
classic.
は
The
任天堂が
Pong
初めて
machine.
作っ
Yes, I
た家庭
remember
用
that
のビデオ
one.
ゲーム機、
I think the
テ
Angry
レビ
Nerd
ゲーム
actually
6と15
showed
で
that.
す。
I do remember that.
ちょうど私が入社した1977年に
So
発売されました。
1977. Wow.
一
So
つ
they made
一つ
their
の
own
製品を見
version
る
of
と、
Pong.
ユニークな製品作りを続けてきたことがわかりま
So
す。
they take a unique approach of making new
この
products.
ようにミュージアムの2階では、
Nintendo
任天
past
堂の
products
過
are
去
from
の製品が
display
たく
on
さ
the
ん展
second
示してい
floor
ま
of
す。
the museum.
そして
Yeah,
遊
looks
びがど
cool.
のように進化し、つ
One
な
of
が
the
ってきたか
evolution
を
of
お見せしま
everything
す。
built upon over
今日お見
years.
せしたのはごく一部ですから、
I showed
ぜ
you
ひ
today a
実際
small
に見に来て
fraction.
くだ
Yeah.
さい。
Don't show
で
everything. Don't
は、
show all the good
1
stuff.
階
So
に移動しましょ
they gotta head
う。
down
1
to the
階は
first floor.
違ったエリアにな
I
って
guess
ま
that
す
would be
よ。
the ground floor.
はい、1階に降りてきました。
Oh, they have
ご覧
like
の
some
通り、
holograms
1
on
階
the
の中央
floor.
は
So
巨
it's like
大
a
なモニター
giant
になってい
screen, the
ます。
floor itself.
こんな
And you
感
see
じ
some of
で
the
皆さんもこ
blocks.
のモニターの上に乗っ
You can
て
stand on top of the
百人一
screen
首を遊んでいただくこと
and
がで
play
き
the
ます。
traditional Japanese card
スマート
game.
フォンと組み合わせて遊びますよ。
Oh, okay.
こ
Oh,
の
you
よう
can actually
に
play it on your
ミュー
phone?
ジアムの1階のフロアはインタラクティブに体験が
So
で
it's
き
an
るエリアになってい
interactive
るんです。
experience. So yeah, this is
過去に任天堂
a
が作ってきた
museum
製品を
that
今
lets
の
you
時代に
play
蘇らせるとどんな遊びにな
how
る
it's
か。
intended.
そん
Yes.
なテーマで8つの体験を作ってみました。ミ
8
ュージアム
different
に入るときに渡
experiences.
される
Enter the
この
museum and you get
入館
issued
証
an
に
entry pass like that.
コインが入っ
Look
て
at
いるん
that
ですか？
entry pass. It's loaded with
体験
digital
にはそ
coins
の
that
コ
can
イ
be
ンを
used
使い
for the
ます。
museum's activities.
今日
That
は
looks
8つあ
freaking
る体験
awesome.
の中から3つを紹
So
介しまし
we're
ょ
only
う。
going to get 3
さあ、
of the
こちらは小
experiences.
さな部屋がいくつか並ん
There's
でいま
several
すね。
rooms
どんな
in a
体験が
row.
できるのでしょう。
What are you going to find inside?
こ
Well,
こは
this is
1968
where
年
you
に
can
発
try
売
the
され
Ultra
た
machine.
ウルトラマシンが体験
Is
で
that
きるん
like
で
the
す。
baseball one?
ウルトラマシンは
So this is like
ピ
an
ンポンの球の
indoor
ようなボー
baseball
ルを
machine.
自動で投げてく
And
れ
I
る
would assume the
部屋
bat
の中で
is
プレ
like
イでき
kind
る
of like
バッティングマシンでした。
almost like a blow up type of bat.
私が入社したのは改訂版のウルトラマシンデラックスが発売
So
される年で
Ultra
した。
Machine DX was
少しだけ
oh,
仕
so
上げに
he
関わ
it
りま
came
し
out
た。
the same time that he joined
その
the
頃は
company.
社内にプレイルームというのがあって、昼休みにはアーケードゲームやウルトラマシンを遊んでいました。
We play arcade machines during
こ
lunch
ちらに
breaks.
並んだ部屋は当
The
時の
rooms
家
were a
庭を再
creation of
現
the
していま
Japanese
す。
homes, what it looked like
部
back
屋に
then.
置か
So
れてい
you
るも
go
のが
back
違
to
う
the
ので、
past. This is
お
how
好
the
みの部
Japanese
屋を
home
選んでく
looked
ださい。
in the mid 80s, late 80s,
では、
early
早
90s.
速体験してみ
Okay.
ましょう。
Yeah.
床にウルトラマシ
So
ン
the
が置か
Ultra
れている
Machine
の
is
がわ
on
か
the
ります
floor.
か？
Okay.
では早速打ってみましょ
Take some swings. All right. Let's see. Here we go. So you put the little card.
う。
Oh,
惜
that's
しい。
funny. It actually is fun. You know what? I feel like they should bring those back again. Oh, look at the spinning bottles, Mario Luigi. Oh, so every time you hit one of those things, it reacts. I
部屋の
saw
中にあ
Pikmin.
るいろんなものにボールが当たると
So
い
if
ろん
you
なリア
hit,
クションがあり
you
ます。
something might react.
左右
Yeah,
に打ち
I
分けて
kind
み
of
てくだ
figured
さい。
that.
では
So
次に
try
行っ
to
てみ
hit
ましょうか。
everything in the room. All
こ
right.
ち
So
ら
this is
は
the
ザ
next
ッ
one.
パースコープ
Zapper
SP と
Scope
いう遊びです。
SP. Wonder
任
it has
天
to
堂
do with
は
the Game Boy.
1970年
The
代に
70s,
レーザークレ
Nintendo
イという
renovated
ボー
the
リング場を
bowling
改造
alleys.
した業
Huh.
務用のシューティン
Turned
グ
it
場
into a
を展開
laser
していま
clay
した。
commercial shooting galleries.
このレーザークレイを今の技術
We
で
had the
体験
Zapper
で
and
きるように
Scope
作ってみ
SP
た
so
の
you
が
could
ザ
experience
ッ
laser
パー
clay
スコープ
in
SP で
modern
す。
technology.
最大
Okay.
13人まで
Up
一緒
to
にプレ
13
イでき
people
るの
can play
で、
at the
今
same
日はミュー
time.
ジアムのスタッフの
Also,
皆さ
he's
んと
using the
一緒
laser
にプレ
scope
イしたいと思いま
just
す。
like the SNES.
光線銃は2種類ありますね。片手
It's
で
type
素
of like
早く
guns.
撃て
You
る
either
ザッ
have the
パー、
Zapper, right? The
そ
classic
し
one
て
from the
標準
NES,
がついたス
or
ー
the
パース
Super
コープ。
Scope, which is the Super Nintendo.
このどちらかを選べます。
You could just
NES の
okay, you
光
get
線
to choose
銃
whichever
と
you want.
スーパーファミコンのスー
Awesome.
パースコープを復元してみました。
Super
今
Famicom
日は
Super
私
Scope.
はこちら
He's
の
gonna be
ザッ
using
パー
the
を使ってみ
Zapper.
ます。
Oh, that's fun. So so look, that's gonna be like all the Mario games. So it's like very interactive. I like it so far. I feel like it should not even call a museum. I feel like it should be like its own
はい。
part of the theme park of Nintendo World.
マリオやピーチは打ったらダメです
Don't shoot
よ。
Mario or Peach. Yeah, don't do that,
クッ
guys.
パ、のこのこ
Aim for the Koopa
狙って打ちま
Troopas.
しょう。さあ、
You can tell like he's having so much fun. That is freaking awesome. I feel like that would be like a fun twist. Just getting the zapper again.
ボム兵が飛んできた
The bombs. flying at us. Yeah, be careful with those bombs. And I guess it's like timeout. Oh, and they kind of show the results at the end. See who got the best score.
どうでしょうね、結果は。
Okay, what's the score? See,
よかったみたいですよ。
it seems good. I think he got like maybe second place.
こちらではファミコンから Wii に至
The
るまで
various
さ
games
まざ
from
ま
the
なゲームを
Famicom
プレ
to
イ
the
できます。
Wii. Oh, look at that
でも
giant
ちょっと
Nintendo
何か
64
違いますよ
controller.
ね。
They're all huge
そうで
though.
す。コント
Oh,
ローラ
they're
ーが超
jumbo
巨大です。
size, so you can
この
actually
コン
play
トローラーを
games
2人で
like
協力
using
分
your
担し
two
て
hands.
ゲ
So
ー
it's
ムを
not
遊ん
even
でみ
like
ま
your
しょ
fingers. Like you gotta use
う。で
your
は
two
今日
hands to
はファ
actually
ミ
play
コン
the
のス
game.
ーパーマリオブラザーズをミ
Wow.
ュージアムの
Oh
スタッ
yeah.
フさんと一緒にプレイしてみます。
Oh yeah.
よ
Let
ろしく。
Nintendo cook.
スタッフさんが A ボタンの
The
ジャ
staff
ンプ、
member will
私
handle the
が十字ボ
pressing,
タンで移
and
動を
will
担当します。
handle the C.
2人で息を合わせ
I guess
て
the
クリ
control
アしましょう。頑張りましょ
So they're playing Mario, and see if they can move. Careful now. They have to be perfect in sync and make sure they can at least get the mushroom. But that looks cool. Look at that. It's like so responsive. I think it makes you kind of feel like you're back as a kid and the controllers were like very big for your hand. But I know for sure that the Famicom controllers were actually a lot smaller than the NES ones from America. And were also connected to the Famicom. So if you bought a Famicom in Japan, it already came with two controllers that were connected. They were not wireless,
う。やり
and
ました。
that's the one thing
2
that's
人で
pretty
声
cool
を掛
about
け
it.
合い
That
な
I
がら
wish
分
the
担して
regular
操作す
Nintendo
る
did
と
come
全く
with
違
two
った体
controllers
験になり
instead
ま
of
すね。
one.
ここでは他にもスーパーファ
Well,
ミ
on
コン、
this side, you can play the
Nintendo
Super
64、
Famicom games, Nintendo
Wii のゲーム
64,
を巨
and
大
Wii
コント
games
ロー
with
ラーで
Wii
遊ぶこと
controllers.
ができます。
How are you able to do it with the Wii
大
though?
きい Wii リモコン、
Much less the
どん
Nintendo
な遊びになるで
64.
し
You
ょ
might need all the help that you can get.
う。いかがでしたでしょうか。
What do you think? I'm liking
今
it
日ご
so
紹
far.
介したものは Nintendo ミュ
A
ージアムの
glimpse.
ほん
This
の
is
一部
just
で
a
す。
taste, guys,
製品
of
の
what
展
is
示
to
やイン
come.
タラクティブな遊びの体験の他にも、ルールを知らなくても
You can
花
also
札
play the
が遊べる体
Hanafuda
験
when
があっ
you
たり、
don't know the rules. Yeah, I don't know
花
any of
札
the
を実
rules.
際に作ってみることがで
Workshops
き
that
る
you
ワー
can
クショ
make
ッ
your
プも
own
開催します。
Hanafuda cards. Awesome,
また、
yes.
館内には
There's
オ
a
リジナルのハン
cafe,
バーガーが作れるカフェや、
hamburger that you can
ミ
make
ュー
on
ジ
your
アム
own.
だけ
Love
の
it.
限定グッズを販
And
売するシ
exclusive
ョップも
museum
併設してい
merchandise.
ます。
Oh, those things are gonna sell like hotcakes, especially that
任
first
天堂
day.
は創業から100年
More
を
than
超える
100
歴史
years
の
since the
中で
company was
さまざ
founded,
まな娯楽を作っ
Snow
て
has
きました。
created a different form
時
of
代によっ
entertainment.
て作り出した製品は異なりますが、家族みんなで楽
You
しん
desire
で
to
いた
create
だき
fun
たい
for
と
the
いう
whole
思い
family
は
remains the
今も
same.
昔も変わりません。この任天堂ミュージアムはそんな任天堂
So,
が
so
大
this is
切に
like
し
a
てき
place to
た
learn for the
遊び
commitment
と
to
独
craft
創
the
を
experiences
大
that
切にす
value
るもの
play
づく
and
りへのこだわ
creativity,
り
both
を知っていただ
of
け
which
る
are
場所で
integral
す。
to Nintendo. Yes, sir.
皆さんにはそ
Yes,
れを
sir.
体験しながら実感してもらいたいと思って、開発も一緒に社員が全力で作り
Thank
上
the
げてきまし
employers,
た。
the developers,
任
everyone that
天
put
堂ミ
in
ュージア
there.
ムは
Opening
10月
October
2日にオー
2nd.
プンします。
Wow.
この後、
Hopefully
公
they'll
式
have
サイ
some
トを
really
公開
still
しま
good
すの
goodies when
で、
I
来
get
場に
there.
関する詳
I'm
細
trying to
は
get there at least
そちら
by
で
next
ご覧くだ
spring,
さい。
so spring of 2025.
それでは、任天堂ミュージア
We
ム
look
でお
forward
待
to
ちして
you
います。
looking at the
キ
museum.
ノピオたちも一緒にお待
He
ちして
said
ま
they're
す
looking
よ。
forward to seeing you. Oh, you can actually like hit us so they can like move their bob their heads. Okay, so all right, so that's basically it of the live stream. So uh what I'm gonna do right now, I'm kind of gonna analyze going back to what we're seeing, what we were watching, and it looks just ugh, like I don't have words for it. It just looks freaking amazing. Like I don't know what to like we thought we won with Nintendo World, but now with this museum, and then you get to actually play all of the games that you grew up with, or even like maybe play the games that you wanted to play, but you were not born in that era. So that is actually pretty cool. And so we're gonna go back to basically go see exactly like going from the beginning, uh, everything that Nintendo has to offer. Right? It's only like a 10-minute thing, but I was kind of explaining what I was seeing and were like my thoughts about it. So pretty cool. Like kind of see that like the Nintendo Museum is going to be in Kyoto, and that's where it all began for Nintendo, that they were making the Hanafuda cards. I knew there were the cards, but I forgot how they were called. But so we got Shinjiro Miyamoto, right? He is someone that's very familiar, that everyone should know. He's been making some really good games for Nintendo for a while. Legend of Zelda, wink wink. And now he is standing like right on the entrance. I can bet you anything. So just looking at the building right now, it looks so clean. Everything looks good. Like it has that authentic museum feel of Nintendo. And it's good that they're actually going back to their roots, saying like this is where it all began with the cards and with toys, and they wanted to revolutionize like the family type of gaming, that everyone could be involved. It doesn't matter if you're new, a veteran, anyone can pick up a controller or pick up a game. They can all play. But Nintendo's been part of a lot of things in Japan. They were talking about the bowling alley. They were talking about the Pong machines. They were talking about a lot of different things, even baby strollers, like a copy machine. Nintendo has a lot of stuff in their resume, and it's just amazing. So when we go here, just look at this. Look at where he's standing right there. You see the Nintendo Switch right there, which is like the latest console. Then we do have the Famicom controller. And then you have the NES controller. So those are the controllers that you would see in America and Europe. But the ones on the left, that would be in Japan. And then as you go further, you see the Nintendo 64 controller. You see the GameCube controller. You see the Wii remote and the nunchuck. And then you see the DS section. So you're going to be seeing a lot of games that are also being compared to their Western points. And then you also have the 3DS that's all the way in the back, right, where it all started. So it's going to be divided into sections. We see the Super Famicom controller, right? You see like the giant controllers. We have the N64 controller, right? Looking pretty cool. And you get to see, you get to learn a little bit of the history, right? So, wow, it's crazy to think that this company was founded 135 years ago in the year of 1889. And then ever since then, Nintendo has moved along in the world. Take some sip of some water. But I love learning about the history. I like learning how Nintendo came to be. And I guess with the economic boom and the electronic boom in Japan, I think it was like a perfect storm. So you get to see the products up close. So like you see the Famicom family computer. See how like the two remotes are like connected. That's what I really loved about the original Famicom, because the original NES only had one controller, right? You would have to buy the other one. And so this is kind of like a typical thing where you see, depending on the controllers that's on the background or on top of the shelf, those are the games that you're going to see. So you're going to be seeing a display on the top of different monitors displaying the games that you are seeing in the display case. And while you watch the display case, you also see the different versions of basically of the same game. So for example, they're going to show you how Donkey Kong, so if you stop right there, the one on the left, that's the Famicom cartridge. Look how small it is. Then if you go to the middle one, that's the American version of the NES cartridge, which is a lot bigger, right? Package. And then all the way on the right, you also see the European box version, which is a little smaller, but not as small as the Famicom one. So I think they were just like trying to save a lot of room there. And yeah, there's sort of just some examples. So like it says, you get to see the different designs between the Japanese, the American, and European versions. So that's pretty cool. And then you get to see the display of how the game is. Pretty cool. And here it's like you give a little bit of history, like saying like, hey, Nintendo didn't just produce games, they were producing a lot of other things. And so this is like a wall of Nintendo designs and creativity. And yeah, like that cop machine right there. and the light gun and the Pong, everything. So the Pong right here, that is the Game TV 15. That was like one of the very first video game consoles that Nintendo ever put out in the market. And I do remember that because I remember like I said, the Angry Video Game Nerd did teach us that. He gave us some gems of knowledge from time to time. And as you go further, I do like the interaction thing that's going on with the Hanafuda. Even though if you don't know how to play, I think they kind of show you in different languages. I would have to assume that they have it in English because I don't know how to play Hanafuda cards, but I would love to know, right? But what's cool about this side of the first floor is that you could have an interaction with the museum. So there are 8 in total, but we only got 3 of them. So this was one of the first ones. And also you get to choose and play some of the Famicom or Nintendo, I should say, toys that they made, just like this like indoor baseball hitter thing. So it's pretty cool. And then if you hit it on the top, it kind of reacts to a certain thing because that's what it was made for in Nintendo. So you kind of see he's like concentrate. There you go. See, you hit the bottles, switches over. But what I do like is that there is a specific card that they're going to give you, I guess, when you enter the museum building, in which you can kind of add as many coins. So for you to do the certain events, either that they are offering in the Nintendo Museum, or probably it's kind of like the interactive stuff that you were seeing right there. So I don't know how much it costs, but I could imagine like if you have a lot of coins, I think you will get some sort of discount, right? But it doesn't seem like it right now. It only seems it. But look at that card. Look at that card that you get to use, and you get to put your name on it, and the name can also come out in Japanese. So yeah, that is like a dream gift to get, especially if they don't run out of those cards, because there's always scalpers. But since this is like a customizable card, I doubt it. I don't think people would be interested if they would take your Nintendo card in order for you to do like what adults are supposed to do. What was I saying? Oh, I was kind of like in a tangent. But what I was trying to say is like those cards that a lot of like the adult scalpers do, that they buy the whole bunch and then they resell them in like outrageous prices. That's what I wanted to describe. And then this is like another of the things that you can do, which is the light gun or the super scope. That it is pretty cool. You get to kind of play in this interaction type of 3D display, and whatever like you point, it happens. So pretty cool. I just hope there's like not that many scalpers and they are cracking excuse me, on the scalpers, because I have a whole thing about scalping. I don't like it at all. And then this room is really cool because all of the remotes are giant, and I have a feeling that I think you can get away with playing by yourself with the Famicom controller or the NES. But if you go to like I would say the Super Nintendo, the N64, and the Wii, then you might need like maybe 2 or 3 people to help you, because I don't know how you'll be able to do that. But like he's kind of giving you like a display. It's like, yeah, you get to play, you get to use your both hands, bam, like, and you got to press hard and play the game that they have to offer in that moment. So it's pretty cool. I think he asked for help and they did pretty well, not too bad. So and right now you see like N64, you see the Wii. Look at that, 2 people are like holding the Wii remote, like, yeah. So it's gonna take a lot of teamwork. I think like having the Wii remote that huge is just gonna be even more funny. Like the controllers are even gonna be even making like these silly mistakes because you're like trying to hold this thing while playing at the same time. It is funny. And then you also get to get some like merchandise, and you can learn how to make Hanafuda cards too. So I think if they have like Pokemon ones that you can do, because anything licensed for Nintendo is like fair game. But since it's like mostly deals with like Mario, Zelda, all those things. They might just keep it only as Mario, right? And maybe Zelda. But hopefully, I think if you try to make your Hanafuda cards, I think you'll be fine. Like you could add, Mega Man. You can add Kingdom Hearts. You can add Mario. You could add Zelda. All those different franchises that are under the umbrella of Nintendo. And then you see the cafe. That is pretty awesome. I'm kind of curious of what their menu is going to be. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Like, I don't think I have any complaints. And we already know the date that's coming out. It's going to be in October of this year, 2024. Wish I was there, but I'll probably be saving money for next year in order for me to attend the Kyoto Nintendo Museum, because I really, really wanted to go. Now just seeing everything, and I'm kind of curious to see what were the other 5 events that they're offering too. But no, overall, I liked it. It was cool. It was a good experience. It was cool seeing how Nintendo was revolutionizing a lot of things, and it was like ahead of its time, and it's still revolutionizing the gaming right now with just the Nintendo Switch. Because I remember there was an article saying, or I think it was Nintendo that said it, where the Switch, it is a hybrid of all of the past generation consoles rolled into one. And yeah, I think that'd be pretty decent, to say the least. But I'm just saying, it's cool. It is freaking awesome. But yeah, well, so what about you guys? What did you guys think about the preview of the Nintendo Museum that's gonna be opening this October 2024, and it's gonna be in Kyoto? Are you gonna plan on going there? And for the grand opening, you can only imagine what type of goodies are they gonna give out in that museum. Comment your comments below. And again, if you like the content of this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification so you know when future videos are available. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my live stream. It's a very short one. I just wanted to give you my personal analysis and my excitement of the Nintendo World Championships. But you can kind of tell from me that I'm kind of like dozing off a little bit because I did not get that much sleep from my trip from Hawaii. So I'm basically going to cut it here, get some rest, and hopefully we can get more news on video games and anime. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining. Again, comment what you guys think about the museum. And if you have any type of, questions about anything Nintendo related, or maybe you want to just read a comment, you know where to comment. Comment below in the comment section. So, all right, guys, thank you again. And remember, stay awesome.